3.
Hi, I'm Morgan Troutman, and joining us here today is Josh Scobee, number 10 of the Jacksonville Jaguars. So first off, I just want to start with what inspired you to play football.
Well, I grew up playing every other sport besides football. I played soccer, baseball, roller hockey, and everything but football. So a couple weeks before my senior year of high school, I was out kicking footballs with a friend of mine who happened to be the kicker at my high school before me, and he graduated, and he was trying out for a local college team, and I was kicking field goals with him when the head coach happened to walk by, see me kick, and asked me to play that year. And as they say, the rest is history.
Wow, so you never knew that you were going to play football?
I didn't. I wanted to be a professional soccer player, and I had some chances to go play soccer in college, but none that were as good as the scholarship offers I had for football.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So have you had any interesting experiences while playing in the NFL?
I mean, way too many to count, but yeah, this is my 9th year in the NFL now, and we've had a lot of ups and downs, and a lot of fun times. And for me individually, kicks that have either won football games or helped the team win games are the ones that are fun for me. 2 years ago when we played the Indianapolis Colts here at home and kicked a 59-yard field goal to win the game on the last second, that was the best football day of my life. I mean, it was something I can't describe, and hopefully something like that will happen again. But if it doesn't, at least I have that one experience to draw from.
I was actually there that day.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
So what's a normal practice day like for you?
For me, I typically don't have to work nearly as hard as any other players on the team because I'm not hitting, I'm not having to do quite the things that they have to do, like watch film for hours on end. So a typical day for me is getting to the facility around 7 in the morning, and we have meetings there, and for me it's special teams meetings, so we go over punt, field goal, kickoff, that type of thing. And then we lift weights after the meeting, and then we have lunch, and then we practice for 2 to 2.5 hours. So I kick field goals and kickoffs in that time, and after that I'm back here by early afternoon.
That's awesome. So before a game, do you have any rituals or routines that you usually do?
Kickers are kind of known for being superstitious, but I'm not really superstitious at all. I only have one thing that I do that I would say is kind of a ritual, and it's I like to put on my socks and shoes, starting with my left foot. So my left foot always goes, left sock goes on first, then right socks, and left shoe, then right shoe. I don't know why, I can't tell you why I do it, but it's just something I've always done, and it makes me feel comfortable. But other than that, I basically go out the day of the game onto the field and get a feel for the wind, and because that's the biggest thing for kickers is being able to judge the wind, so I know what direction to try and kick the ball. And so I get a feel for the wind. I see if there's any holes in the in the grass, and make sure there's not spots that when I go out on the field that I account for all the bad spots in the field, and just get a feel for what the weather's going to be like that day, and get ready for the game.
Awesome. So last but not least, what do you think makes a great football player?
It takes dedication and hard work to really perfect your craft. And for me, my position is very individualized, and it's cut and dry in a sense that people look at me and say, well, either he made the kick or he missed the kick. So that's good and bad for me. There's a lot more that just goes into it than if I made it or I didn't. But it takes a lot of hard work and persistence and patience, and especially for my job, a lot of patience. And that's what's helped me along the way, is becoming more patient. I'm not a very patient person, but I've learned to be patient over the years.
I couldn't agree more. So thank you so much for joining us today. It was such a pleasure, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.